This is Roll for Adventure, and we are up to episode 44, having returned to the city officially as the Songblades. A lot of exciting things happening, very daunting things happening, but we'll see where it goes.
Having made your way to the outskirts of the city and camping up for a night, Strider heading home, Vorg heading home to get the last of his things. Eventually, you set course once again for the city with the deceased creature from the estate in tow, using it on your way through the front gates to curry a bit of favor from the city and to announce your arrival as the Songbirds. Pushing through the rest of the day back in town, meeting up with a few individuals and filling them in on things that had happened. Talking with Sebastian, giving him an update on everything and everything. Eventually touching base with Yorna's father and having a bit of a confrontation about what she had seen in her dreams. And Lily searching, at least in part, for information. And eventually finding the inn where her revealed-to-be father is staying, leaving a letter for him at the desk. As we pick up with Yorna and Lily at the homestead next to the gardens, and Vorg spending the night at the studio after dinner with Sebastian and Sally. Unless there's anything anyone else wants to do that evening, then everyone can have a long rest.
Oh my gosh!
Let's get into it.
I feel like Vorg is just having the most relaxing dinner he possibly can with Sebastian and Sully.
Yeah.
Feeling open about who he is now, especially to them, and not caring what people think.
Yeah.
I think they're actually eating out probably for their dinner.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Somewhere fancy that I couldn't afford before.
Gone for a trip over to the brass shelf or something.
Got a filet mignon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we still have that 1 day pass.
Should you require it?
Well, I mean, we might need it, we might not.
Alright, then, as everyone has a night's rest, who would be getting up first?
Me.
Probably Lily. Alright.
Because I only need 4.
Yeah, so you would be well rested quite early into the night.
I think I would just sit on the chair in the living room and just collecting my thoughts.
Yeah.
And try not to wake up anyone.
Sitting there for a time. What time would everyone else have gone to bed?
What was the time?
Whatever, you were just at home.
10.
Yeah.
Maybe late, maybe 11:30.
Alright.
Drinking.
Well then, knowing that the others probably won't be awake until after the crack of dawn, what's Lily getting up to in the morning then?
I'm Gonna head to S's and just see if I'm able to get Vorg to come.
Yeah, totally. Make your way up there. Excuse me?
She's like, I'm gonna get more. It's like, oh, I guess I'm not coming anymore.
Yeah. And you creep your way out of the house and make your way up in that direction. The lights are off in the studio, but you can definitely tell that there's people inside.
I'll get up and I will just, if Sebastian is awake or finally actually resting properly, I'll just be like, I've got it. I'll walk over to the door. Is there a peephole?
There would be.
People.
I'll check it.
Yeah. There's Lily.
I open.
Oh, didn't think you'd be awake.
No? This is not why you came here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get up early.
Ah, that's right. I expected Is to answer the door and be like, yeah, Vorg's still sleeping.
No, he needs his rest after all the shit he went through with us not being here. Worrying him, I think. I think he's probably finally getting his first proper night's sleep now.
Do you think it's okay if you get Yorna for me?
Didn't you stay at Yorna's place?
Yeah.
You want me to go there and get her and then come back?
Just say that you two will meet me at the sundial.
Okay, so you want us to meet you there? Okay. What time do we need to be there again?
At dawn.
Oh, alright, yeah.
So sunrise.
Yeah, I see. How far away is Yorna's place from here?
I mean, it's a substantial walk, but it's on the way to the sundial.
Okay, I will start making my way there then. So we're not late. Let me just grab my things.
What things?
I didn't grab my weapons and bags when I come to every door.
You don't just leave it at the door?
No. I'm kind of moving in here now, kind of.
Oh, you're gonna live here?
Yeah, just for a little while.
A little while?
Until I figure out what the heck my plans are for that house or whatnot.
Well, I'm sure Yorna will be happy if you moved in to her house.
It's true, Sally did give me a look of she's okay with me living here, but not happy.
Why is she not happy? Is it because you were gone?
Perhaps, and coming back with demands of, I've been gone for a month, sorry, also can I move in, was not the best way of letting that information, fall upon her.
Quite selfish.
Fair, as I turn around to go grab my stuff. Realizing I now have a bag of holding, I could probably just keep all my shit in. Just anything in my regular bag, I'll move to bag of holding.
Yeah.
It can hold my swords too, can't it? I'll keep the blood song on my back because it looks sick to have a sword on your back.
Yeah.
Really, the only reason he does it. All the other weapons in the bag.
Okay.
All right. So we'll meet you there. All right. I'll go find Yorna.
Head down and part ways at some point. We're all taking off back towards Yorna's place. Would Lily be heading directly there?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Then we'll quickly jump back to the two of you at Yorna's.
I'll
As you-
just-
I'm gonna assume that I probably am getting up at this point. I'll trudge down. Good
Morning.
morning. I just got up like 5 minutes ago.
Sorry, apparently we're supposed to meet Lily at the sundial at dawn.
Okay. Oh shoot, that's right. Let me just quickly.
She's not in there, by the way.
Oh, she must have left early.
Yeah. For some reason, she left and then decided to tell me to come here and get you, so...
Well, I guess she probably didn't want to miss it, and it was probably better this way. I'm gonna get ready. Give me like 5 minutes, and I'll just quickly.
I'll wait inside.
Yeah. All right. Then, as you're getting ready to head out, what's Lily up to on her way there?
She's gonna head to the sundial, but she's gonna look for a secluded alleyway, just so that she's able to scout the area first.
Yeah, totally. Do you want to give me just a bit of an investigation check? What are you after scouting here?
How many people are at the sundial at the moment? As well as any robed, shabby-looking people.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Oh, that ain't good. Investigation. 3.
Right. There's a few people milling about. It's, early morning before the crack of dawn, so not too many people, but this kind of entertainment restaurant-y area that is around the sundial still attracts a few people that are coming and going. But no specific individuals or robed peoples catch your eye.
Is it still before dawn?
Just.
Okay. I'm gonna still hang in that alleyway and wait for the other two to come.
Yeah.
Steal a hot bread from Yorna's place.
How did you know we had hot bread?
I'm sure you have to have bread somewhere.
And if it's hot.
So what was the plan exactly? Are we just keeping a distance, I think was the plan?
I believe so. I think we're just there to make sure if, shit happens, we can quickly jump in.
All right.
So we're just gonna look like we're having a normal conversation in the morning, apparently.
I would have also chosen to probably wear something more casual, not my armor
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well,
I mean, it's, once we're done, I can quickly, but I think at this hour, I think I'll stick with something a bit more casual. I don't want to stand out too much, but this is just you anyway.
Yeah.
So.
If people notice, it's whatever. I do have a question as we're walking. Do you think there's any Legionnaire members you would want helping us with this fight? Because the letter states that we should grab as many Legionnaires and adventurers and such.
Well, Kari, for one thing.
Yeah.
She is a great fighter, though we have not always seen eye to eye. She is very capable.
Okay.
And I think she would be very good to have on our team. I don't think I'd want Carmine there, in the fear that if, I guess, the leader of the Legionnaires didn't make it, it'd be a huge blow to an already fragile defense.
Being that this fight is for the sake of everyone here, to be honest, do you think Carmine will lend people at such high ranking Kari and Tynan and things?
I believe so. I mean, if I really think about it, this seems to be very up there in terms of threat as things that have happened in the past where these people were also present.
Yeah.
I think Tynan was there for the Black Dragon.
Oh.
I believe.
Probably.
I believe.
Well,
I'll have to fact check.
if that's true, then it'll definitely be.
But it's like, this feels like one of those moments. This feels like something
all or
huge.
nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it would be very appropriate for us to ask for these fighters.
Alright, if we get some Iron Legion, we get some, hopefully, cleric folk.
I don't think I should ask my father or any of the druids for help on this one. I think in terms of their standing and everything, we should ask for their aid for the hag. It seems a lot more, not personal, but something they really believe in fighting against, you know?
Understandable. I have no idea what, and I hate to say that I'm unprepared since I always try to look as prepared as possible in front of you guys, but we don't know what this plane is, if we're fighting in fire and water.
Exactly.
So I doubt there's potentially a chance that nature abilities won't even work.
That's why I also agree maybe just, raw strength is what we need for a fight like this.
It did say bring as many adventures as possible. Maybe, I don't think we should bring as many of everything because we want a small number, but maybe there's an adventure or two worth asking. I can look around.
I do think it is quality over quantity for this fight. For sure.
There might be a strong adventurer tied to one of the guilds, but...
What I've heard of, maybe an adventurer we tried to hire because he was so good and he just turned us down, any really capable person that I might know about.
That guy sounds like it'd be really cool.
I mean, not off the top of your head, but you could probably check in with Carmine.
Alright. Well, I mean, I can ask Carmine. We probably keep a radar on capable people, ask them to join. Some don't always say yes, so...
Well, then, after we help Lily, then we have to find some allies, maybe split up, talk to who we have the best sway with each.
I guess we gotta really get ready for this one, because it happens soon.
Yes, we'll have to make it happen soon. We also need to gear up and get funding from Carmine to do your best on that side.
What was the deal with Fureg? We have a lead.
Yes, but it might take a few days or a week, perhaps, to get that going.
Alright. We have a rough plan then. We're not entirely unprepared.
No, but we can always be more prepared.
I agree.
Oh, look, the sundial.
Oh, look, the sundial.
As you all are walking and talking on your way there, Lily taking a bit of a look around, peeking through some of the side streets, getting a bit of a gauge here. This itch begins to kind of creep up your arm a little bit. It's the scratchy feeling that kind of grows over the 10, 20 minutes that you're waiting for the others to show up. That point where you had felt the ice hag's talons grip into your arm. Just that point beginning to kind of itch. Just get kind of uncomfortably warm as you're looking around in the early morning.
I just shake it off and continue looking around the sundial.
Spend a bit more time looking. Eventually, maybe a few minutes before the sun is trying to crest over the hill, you catch eye shot of Vorg and Yorna heading in your direction down one of the streets.
I just wave them down, just showing where I am.
Just walk over. Do you want us to place ourselves anywhere away?
Just here is fine.
Okay.
Just, if he does show up, just while we're talking, just see if he has any ill intent.
Can do. Is my necklace vibrating at any point?
No.
Alright. Just lean up against a wall then, I guess, and just wait around?
Yeah, totally. Can I get a group perception check?
Yes.
First roll of the day.
We love those.
On
And
that
it
note,
was
while
decent.
I relax, I'll in the morning, I'll drink my mutagen for wisdom.
23.
Nice.
Car?
Cock.
14.
13. 14. 24 then.
Okay. As you're all waiting there, after a bit of time has eventually passed, you all kind of watch as over the course of a few minutes, Lily's arm kind of starts to take on that same blue tinge as her hair a little bit. This kind of iced over, and it keeps getting itchy, feeling warmer as you're all kind of standing there. You do watch a man, elven, broken glasses and raggedy clothes, kind of looking around, piece of paper in his hand, walking over to the sundial.
Is your arm okay?
I don't know. Just started feeling like this out of nowhere.
It also looks awful. It's something to do with the hag.
Maybe.
Do you think it'll be alright for now?
She'll be fine.
Does it look like the same thing as mine, where it's like it's a deal kind of symbol?
This looks more like something is setting in.
Just be careful if it hurts any more. Then it's best we try to figure out what it is, because don't want you losing an arm.
I'll try not to.
Is it cold? Does it hurt?
Just feels really itchy and warm.
Does that man show any signs of wanting to maybe leave?
Give me an insight check.
Because I don't want him to think, oh, there's no one around. I guess I'll just go. 19.
19. I mean, he seems to be looking around nervously, but isn't showing any signs of leaving
Okay.
immediately.
Well, we have a moment, I think. So, take a deep breath. And then...
If it gets worse, I can always try the ointment, but I doubt whatever you have is a disease.
I don't think it's a disease either.
Well,
I'll just deal with it and do my best.
I guess I don't mean to worry you, but just think about the deal that you made and how it might be related to that. I don't know if maybe being in contact with your father might make it worse or better.
Yeah.
there's only one way to tell. I look towards him.
We're right here.
Do you want us to stay here?
Yeah.
Alright.
And I walk over.
Yeah. You start walking over, making your way out of an alleyway and kind of into the center street. And there's this moment when you get within maybe 160 feet where, albeit withered and not sickly, but just unwell looking, you do recognize this individual as your father. There's this moment where his eyes kind of drift as if looking around. There's this half second where you kind of lock eyes. And then there's just this look of confusion that kind of washes over his face as he continues scanning. And that itchiness on your arm just grows.
I walk closer.
You walk closer. Give me a perception check.
13.
13. As you get closer, within about 100, maybe 80 feet, 70 or 80 feet away from him, It's very subtle, but you see almost this kind of silver shimmer just kind of over parts of his person. Almost like these tendrils kind of washing around for a time. But he seems unfazed, still kind of looking around, that piece of parchment in his hand.
How close am I right now?
70 or 80 feet.
Keep walking.
Yeah. You get to maybe 40 feet from this individual. Easily within earshot. And by the time you do, that silver shimmer that's washing over it, it almost looks like half of this individual is kind of semi-translucent, not quite there. That itchiness on your arm keeps growing to the point that it feels like it's now got hot coals on it. As you're kind of walking just a little bit closer, his entire form kind of shifts and moves like it's not where it should be. He's kind of looking around, doesn't seem to be able to focus on anything, doesn't seem to notice you're approaching.
Can we tell if something seems off from where we are?
Give me a perception check.
I would also
Yeah,
like
go
to
for
figure out what's going on.
The thing with my arm, am I able to tell if it's like mental or mainly physical?
13.
26.
Give me an Arcana check.
Fuck! Isn't that one?
Hard to tell. The two of you watching. What was yours?
13.
13. Vorg, as you're watching, as Lily is getting closer and closer to this person, you as well begin to see those silver shimmers. And as she gets within 40 feet or so, like most of this figure you can no longer see. There's like this semi-translucency to them. Like they're not fully actually where they are.
Something's not right. I'm gonna start heading over, and I'm gonna yell out, like, Songbird.
I turn around.
Something's not right here.
Are you like running up to
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Your arm's getting worse, and I don't know what's going over with him, but even I can see that weird thing.
Am I still like 40, 30 feet away?
Unless you've chosen to move.
I would say I stopped because of Vorg.
Has Lily's father taken note of Vorg
Yeah.
versus not really taking note of Lily?
Give me a perception check again.
I wanted to.
Yeah,
check
totally.
the same.
I figured that's what you were going to ask as well. 15.
15.
28.
Jesus.
No.
From your distance, it's hard to tell, but as you approach, and that like semi-translucency becomes more visible to you, again, in any time his vision passes by the two of you, it just seems like he can't even register that you're there.
Lily's gonna speak out to him. Darius! Do you know me?
Give me, please, just a wisdom saving throw, I think, on this one.
Does this have anything to do with being charmed?
This does not.
Okay.
Good call there.
Wisdom 16.
16. You shout out in his direction. You see for like this fraction of a second, there's this kind of half reaction. before he just kind of brushes it off. Like it must have been some sound halfway across the city. His body is like almost fully kind of cycling through this transparency as you're now standing here.
I like slowly step backward just to see if that translucency dies down.
Not noticeably.
Vogue puts a hand on Lily's shoulder. I think whatever pack you made is messing all this up.
But what is it even doing?
I just don't think you're allowed to see each other or speak to each other. What did you promise?
Just time, a week.
Potentially you might not be able to, maybe from the day we got back you can't see him for a week, the time that you, or a week's worth of time that you are near him, you can't be. One of the two, perhaps.
And that even includes you? It seems like he doesn't even notice you.
Maybe because we're so close to each other right now. If I was able to see him, what would you want me to tell him?
If he actually still cares. And for me to help us, but I don't even think that he would be able to now.
Vorg will pull Lillian for a hug. It's okay to want to know these things, and if you want, I will stay here and let you walk away and see if I can tell him these things for you. If that would make you feel better. I can let him know that you guys are cursed not to speak for a week, just so he doesn't leave the city at least.
At least it's something.
At least he got your letter.
Yeah, he came.
Yeah. Does he look like he's excited, perhaps, or
You can give me an insight
what's
check.
his emotion? Inside. Yes. Shite. That's going to be 19.
19. For the moments that you can see enough of him to get a read, what was at first hope when you approached is, over the course of these few minutes, slowly becoming kind of frantic concern.
Why don't you give us some space?
Okay,
I'll see if he can see me.
I'll head back to Yorna.
Okay. I'll walk so I'm not in his line of sight, just in case there's some bullshit about appearing in front of someone.
Lily, as you turn to kind of head back to Yorna, very muffled through whatever is currently surrounding him, you hear him kind of just mumble to himself. Where are you? We need to get out of this city. He looks down at that letter. I know you're here somewhere. Just kind of looking around, like really getting to the point that he's kind of getting to the point where he's ready to leave, the sun having crept up over the mountains.
As Lily moves, does he become a bit more visible?
As Lily moves away, that kind of veil over him remains.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna write down on a piece of paper everything Lily said to me. Being that, does he still care, and how she'll need his help. And I'll write down something about there being a deal with a hag that will stop you guys from seeing each other for a amount of time, potentially.
Yeah.
I'm just going to walk in front of him and drop it.
Yeah, okay. Walk in front of him and drop it. He doesn't seem to pay mind to it as this piece of parchment hits the pavement in front of him. A few moments go by and he kind of looks around. Tucks Lily's original letter kind of into his pocket. Just kind of starts to slowly move away. As that's happening, Lily, there's that burning sensation running up your arm. Those specific points where you felt the hag's claws dig into your arm when that deal was struck. And a voice that enters your mind alone. And finally, the clock begins to turn.
What did you do?
Made good on our deal. Just a moment of your time.
And I continue walking.
Head back to Yorna. As we're all kind of standing there, this individual walking away, having not noticed or not being able to notice the piece of parchment that you've dropped.
Can I pick up the parchment?
Yeah.
The direction he's going, can I rush past him?
Yeah.
Can I find a stranger?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Could you do me a favor? This letter. You see this gentleman coming across over here?
The raggedy-looking fellow?
Could you give this to him for me?
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Kind of just hangs on to it.
Then I'll just, like, vanish and for a far and just watch to make sure it happens.
Yeah. You stand there and watch. This individual kind of flags him down. He comes over. There's a moment of exchange that turns to kind of frustration, almost. Eventually, this Darius individual kind of just waves a hand at him and kind of pushes aside and continues down the street.
He didn't take the letter?
Do you want to give me a perception check as you're keeping an eye on this?
Please.
21.
21. Whatever exchange just went down is... It very much felt like... Felt like Lily's father was walking away from someone trying to pull a trick on him.
I run back to the guy that gave the letter to. Did you give him the letter?
I tried. He wouldn't take it.
God damn it. Alright. He would be a fool not to do it twice. I run past him again. To someone that looks like they wouldn't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Someone a little tougher than whoever I just gave it to.
Yeah.
Big buff guy.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello?
Do you see that old man coming ragged?
Yeah.
I'm trying to give him this important letter. There is some sort of magic stopping me from being able to talk to him. Could you please give this to him?
What's it worth to you?
If you make sure he takes that letter and he doesn't shove you aside, you can have a gold coin.
Very well. Kind of sits there and waits for a moment. Eventually, Darius walks past. This individual kind of flags him down again. Again, you see a moment of confusion. This dude gets a bit frustrated and kind of shoves Darius a bit and kind of stumbles back, not being able to really take the hit. He's confused, kind of goes to scramble away. This dude like walks up behind him, grabs the collar of his hood, and just kind of shoves the parchment into a pocket and pushes him on his way.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you were stressing me with how the way you did it, but either way it worked. Here's a good coin.
You thought I was having him on?
Yeah, it's. Did you see how he didn't notice me standing here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for your assistance.
I'll say that from that second exchange watching on, you get the sense that whatever he was being offered, he could not perceive.
Oh, I see. Well, it's on him now, at least. I head back to Yorna and Lily.
I'm worried he's not going to be able to read the parchment. Oh well, you tried.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? I was just watching from the sidelines. You went off on a tangent.
I wrote Lily's father a letter based on the things you've told me.
So you couldn't talk with him?
Seemed that the closer I got to him, the more he disappeared in a way.
That'll be that deal you made.
But it seems like he's not going to leave till he finds you, so we've got the time.
Yeah.
And he does technically have the letter on him now explaining the whole hag thing.
At least he also knows that you made the effort to reach out, and that must count for something.
Might worry him more, though, being that you made the effort and for some reason didn't show up. He could just think you've got cold feet, though.
Maybe. Just really felt the urge to turn back around, even if it did end up being a, bad decision.
Do you feel like you have a better understanding of how you feel towards your father now that you've actually seen him? Because it felt like, I don't know, the look in your eyes is different to how they were before.
Well, over the years, I've always had this pent up, hate towards him. And then I guess seeing him again for the reason that he actually wants to see me kind of breaks that wall down. Although I still have plenty of questions for him. And I know I won't get out of certain people.
Well, only time will tell now.
Yeah. How much time do you think?
Probably a week or so.
So getting him to help us, well, depends how long it takes us to get our lives, but it's not what matters.
We will definitely revisit it, though. We'll make sure that we make contact with him.
Yeah.
Just be later than we thought.
And maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe that week is time that you can use to think about the feelings and thoughts that are going through your head right now. Maybe the questions you want to ask.
Oh, well, I've already thought a lot about the questions I'm going to ask him. So then, what else are we needing to do?
If you need time, you can rest and take the day off if you need.
I'm sure Daria wouldn't mind the company. You saw the state she was in back at the homestead. But it is up to you.
I mean, what are you two gonna do?
Or you need to still find your sister. And from the vibes I got when we were talking, that seems like something you have to do on your own.
Yeah, it's not like I need a reminder to find her, but I think as much as I want to find her and the pain that I feel not being there for her, I think she'll find me first. So I think it's better if I focus my efforts into other things like getting cover to join our alliance.
Well, I was maybe going to go to Carmine, see if I could get some of the higher ranked legionnaires on our side, in addition to some funding, and then in addition to any information I can gather on maybe some adventurers that don't have a lot to lose and are capable people.
It's a lot to do. Alliances. Eventually, we need to find where the hack is as well. But again, we're agreeing on Devil Lady first, or
Yes.
Devil Dude.
The only thing is, if we do all go and do our separate things, I'm worried about, there could still be someone watching us, waiting for
Yes.
one of us to be alone, mostly you two.
I think we should, maybe if you don't want to, you can take the day off, you don't have to do anything, but if you want to just stick with me or...
You could come with me as well.
I'll
to you.
stay with Daria and take care of her. I don't mind.
Oh, she'd love the company.
Yeah. Alright. Can I ask you a question, Lily?
Okay.
Just about before you mentioned carrying hatred,
Yes.
bitterness. It sounded like you spoke about some of it in past tense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you've let go of some of that hatred?
Probably a little bit. Like half of it, probably. I'm still sort of angry about some things that he could have done, but I'm still not sure if they are real or not.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're at least letting go of some hatred. Hatred is not a pretty color on anyone, is it?
No. But also, like, when you feel hate or even like rage towards someone, don't you feel like that feeling is sort of valid even if you have no evidence?
For a long time, I feel like hatred breeds its own validation, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Sometimes you need to take a step away from hatred and think about reasons why you hate something. It's okay to be angry and upset, but when you start turning that into hatred, you become clouded, you can become someone else, and if it's anything like the hatred I've had for years, it hurts the heart the longer you hold on to it. And so I think there are reasonable feelings to be mad at people, but true hatred, in itself it's evil, and it can feel like a noose tied around your heart.
I see.
Just, if you need to talk about it, we're here.
Thank you.
No worries. Well, Yorna's place, is that on the way to the Iron Legion, or is it, what ways, so at least, Lily walks with someone on the way to see Daria?
Well, I mean, I need to go back to the house, and I'm not showing up like this at Carmine's doorstep. I'm good.
Yeah.
I might get a telling off.
Well, in that case, I'll head to the House of Gold again for a potentially unpleasant meeting with some old friends.
In addition, half of my family is at the homestead. You can chat with them if you'd like as well. I'm sure Dalton wouldn't mind the company. He's been out in that garden for God knows how long. Did he come in at all?
You didn't see him.
Oh no.
Maybe you want to give him some words of encouragement, because I know him. He puts his mind to something and really puts his all into it, but he does need to sometimes have a moment.
Inspire, even?
Potentially. Wow. I also think he would like talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he happy you got back alive?
Yes.
He gave me a talk before we left about making sure you came back alive.
Well, I'm here, aren't I?
He's very protective, which is a good sign.
Dalton is a very good kid.
Yeah, he definitely gave me that vibe.
All right. So I'll come back with you. You're going to the House of Gold, and then I will go to Carmine.
As you're all kind of vaguely sticking together for a little bit back in the direction you came, Lily, as you're glancing down, where your arm had previously felt like it was burning, has subdued back down to feeling normal. But up kind of near the base of your wrist, hard to see, but when it catches light, there's almost this like blue-silver shimmer of just a single dash across.
Like a tally mark?
Like a tally mark.
Okay. Fucking bitch.
You talking to yourself over there? You all right?
Yeah, these fucking head fucking put a tattoo on my arm.
Jesus, I don't complain about it. I got a whole sleeve.
I don't have any tattoos. I'm good.
I made a lot of deals.
Mine are internal.
Internal
Yeah.
tattoos.
Well, because I lost hit dice,
See,
didn't
people
I?
can get tattoos on their eyes.
-2.
No. No thanks.
All right.
All right. Heading back that direction, kind of coming out of a street where you can see Yorna's house, House of Gold, is down to the left, stairs to the high stone, and above off to your right, kind of heading in that direction before sort of splitting off. Vorg in the direction of the house, and the House of Gold, and the others in the direction of the house. Can I just get another group perception check here?
The
Always.
sky is
Oh,
burning.
and the tray.
You can make every check I roll a perception.
14.
23.
Not
Up
the
a
roll
plus 10.
today.
You
7.
don't even have to try.
No. Sucks when I fail, though.
As you're all moving in that direction, you hear this kind of cracking sound. You hear this sound off in the distance.
Great.
You hear vaguely kind of the sound of weapons. As you kind of draw out of that street that you're on and back in the direction of the house, you watch as from within the gardens behind Yorna's home, one of the like smaller trees behind the house just falls.
Oh no. I'm sprinting.
Yeah.
I'm
God.
like, this isn't good. Dalton's probably in there. I am going to sprint to the house, grab my armor and weaponry,
Yeah,
because I'm thinking maybe hostile, and I'm going to go straight for the gardens and see what's going on.
totally.
This is behind, in the gardens.
In the gardens, kind of behind Yorna's house, so semi out of eye shot.
How quickly could I get there if I action dash and then bonus actioned my boots?
Yeah, I mean, you could get there in a matter of probably like 2 or 3 rounds. Essentially.
I'll take it. I'll go upwards as well, so
Yeah.
it's like so I can get a visual cue of what's going on as I'm getting
Totally.
there.
In addition, is like anyone else around when I come to the house?
As you kind of approach and get to the house, it seems mostly empty. Daria is kind of on the couch, kind of looking around a bit worried, like trying to get herself up.
Daria, what's happening?
I don't know.
All right, you stay put. I don't want you to get more hurt. I'll take care of it, and I'll be right back.
Right. Settles back a little bit.
All right.
You hear this as Vorg is kind of using the boots to fly overhead.
We're about to get attacked.
Where's Lily and all this?
I think she's gonna pull out the new loot. Okay, let's try this. Down, and cast fly.
Amazing. Okay, hell yeah.
Oh.
So that's what, 60-foot fly speed?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got aerial combat now, guys.
So as you want to run straight to the house and the other two kind of over the top.
Oh my god.
I imagine Lily just being like, that way.
I'm just watching as I'm like,
Yeah.
going like, oh shit. Crimson right as well.
Yeah, okay, the two of you that are coming in vertically, do you want to give me perception checks here?
Come on.
Oh, what a low roll.
12.
12?
19.
19. Okay. As you're kind of coming in from this aerial position, actually, do you want to give me a perception as well? Your DC is just a little higher.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, perfectly fine. Out the window, you can see this as the others are coming over the top. You see a figure that you quickly recognize as Dalton in the gardens. Druidic spellcraft around his body enveloping him.
Shoot.
You can see a single legionnaire is also present. In front of him, this beast that is lumbering about twice his height that looks like it is half fur and skin and half built out of the nature around it. These giant fungal plates that are pushing out where skin meets fur, this mottled colors of browns and greens over the most of its body. Vorg, you also notice as you're coming in, something that the others don't, is that a kind of tucked in under one of the trees, the faintest sound of a familiar kind of oversized mosquito-type creature that you had previously fought on the way to Woodend, as well as this big lumbering creature that as you're coming in, the only way to describe it is this patchwork orange, blue, and fungus-ridden kind of gorilla that has dozens more fangs than it should, these big, heavy-set abyssal gauntlets around its arms. Can I get the two of you to roll initiative? And actually, I'll get Yorna to as well. I'll just say that you might come in around after, given that you're grabbing all your stuff.
19. Looks like I'm more battle rolls today.
I rolled a 20 for my initiative,
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
I'm boosting it.
We're all really hot now. 21.
21
Oh my
total for Yorna?
god. 20. I don't have a plus.
19.
Damn, you guys are on it.
This is how we show the city that we're the best adventuring party. We all just fly. Like,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
go up. The sound blades are here.
Yeah.
we're amazing.
Not that garden again.
Always the guy.
Always the garden. I'm worried about Dalton. Dude's been going ham, so he's probably already a bit, like, tired.
Nope. He's just using cantrips. No spell slots left.
Dude's probably exhausted.
What were the spells that you chose?
They should still be. Well, I mean, I could have changed it from the long rest, but I'm pretty happy with what they are currently. Which would be Druidcraft, Thorn Whip, those are cantrips. Absorb elements, charm person, cure wounds, speak with animals.
Solid picks.
Okay, can I please get y'all's minis?
Oh shoot!
One of the random legionnaires.
Random
I
one.
don't have a Dalton, so we'll just find a random mini.
Random
Where do you want
druid.
them? I don't think there are random druids.
I just realized
Oh.
Merion, Ari, and Dana just watching over everything.
Yeah, they're judging. They're like, I don't think these guys could beat us.
Okay. So, Yorna's around behind. You come in, say that. Heading in this direction. We'll use this random spell sword for Dalton now,
Nice.
because it was either that or a female druid.
Dalton? What happened to you?
So as the two of you are flying over, Yorna quickly grabbing her stuff, you can see Dalton and this legionnaire kind of defensively working their way around this giant demonic gorilla that is sitting in front of them.
Winston.
That is Vorg noticed on the way in. Another one of the familiar Casmies.
Not like Casmins.
And with that, Vorga's up first.
Oh god, I'm pretty far out. How far can I move with my 30 feet of movement and bonus action?
Yeah, so if
Dash.
you're using the last one to kind of come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Instead of kind of Levi attack on Titan, spin
Yeah.
down, land.
As you get in there, you can see immediately Dalton is not looking very good, both tired and like there's already kind of a little bit of blood coming from the corner of his mouth as he has spells wrapping around an arm. This Legionnaire member seems to have taken a hit, but is still looking okay.
Please. If you have to pick one of them, please save my brother.
Legionnaire. Yeah.
No.
I land here and I quickly. Alright. Dalton, get back as far as you can. I need you to be on surveillance. Keep the bug one to the right still.
Good to have you. All right.
We can't have that one running around getting close to us, and then I'm going to, from here, just pop out the crossbow.
Yeah,
It just take 2 shots.
totally. Go for it.
3 shots. No, 2.
Wait, I'm so far away though. Oh,
Well, first is a nat 20.
Jesus.
Second one's a nat
Second's
20.
I don't know why I'm rolling both attacks, but I am. Second attack is a 19 plus 7 to hit, so.
Yes, that'll do it.
Sweet, I'll do the nat
doesn't
20
hit
first.
Kyle. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
They're my weakest attacks.
Weak sauce.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever rolled like 1 die for damage. Feels weird. 10 damage.
Nice.
That was doubled.
Damn.
What types are in there?
Piercing.
Sweet. Amazing. Love that.
Did you take less damage from it?
No.
I then shoot my second. 11 damage. Piercing.
Piercing.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah. Firing off.
That's all I can do. I enter.
Okay, that's you. Amy, do you want to give me, please, let's just call it a dex check, just to see if you can grab your stuff quick enough to start making your way over this round.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
2. Okay, so you'll be joining next round.
Poop.
From there, we come to this fungal-ridden gorilla demon, this Bulgura, as it is in front of Dalton here. Dalton looking like he's about to get ready to shift out of the way. Is going to kind of run itself forward, and one of these big, heavy fists is just going to slam across Dalton. Hits. Oh boy. It's going to go with a second big slam on Dalton. Misses with the second one. And as it does, turns in the direction of that Legionnaire, this demonic maw opening. Lower and top jaw, but also some side teeth that pull out as it clamps down on that Legionnaire.
Hey.
And this thing just kind of returns to where it is, kind of assessing the situation, which brings us to the Legionnaire that's going to run up and is just going to take an attack. One hit, one miss. Does 8 damage as it kind of slashes up the side of this creature. Dalton,
Yeah.
big brain stuff happening in my brain right now. Not
It
what
goes
you said.
deep.
It goes, it goes deep.
Forgot about that one. Such a good one.
Dalton's
Dalton.
going to run this direction.
Woo!
As
Oh,
he
he's
leaves
close to the
range
bug, yeah.
with the Bulgura, it's going to take a swing on him.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Misses as it goes
Okay.
past, just swings wide as Dalton kind of ducks out of the way.
Can I ask him a question as he runs
Yeah,
past?
totally.
Dalton, I don't mean to be that guy, but can you control vines?
Normally, yeah. It's been a long day.
Fair.
Go easy on him.
He will, however...
Good to see you, brother.
he will try his best to get a fairy fire up on the creature in the back.
I don't
Surely you
even
can hit both.
know what level Dalton is.
22. Actually, yeah, he can hit both.
It's like a sphere or something.
The Casme succeeds. The Barulgura does not. So while he maintains concentration, any attack roll on the gorilla one has advantage.
Gorilla.
Okay.
What is Dalton's level? I'm gonna ask him after the battle.
Yeah.
What level are you, bro?
Yeah.
With that, our familiar friend. No. Lily's up now.
Our familiar friend.
All right.
The one, the only. Lily!
Where am I? I'm there.
Who's
Yeah.
bloody flying right now?
2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5,
Pop off.
6, 7, 8, 9.
I wish.
Yeah. And I'm gonna like descend and land.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
And then. How far? 8 feet? Because where's my thing? I believe it's a free cost. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Bane on the Mushroom Gorilla Boy.
Hell yeah. All right.
Your dice look yum.
I can choose up to 3. So both of those.
Okay, cool.
Woo!
What are they doing?
Oh, hold on. We have to
Should
check.
cast it?
Bang.
1,
Bang.
2, 3,
Which
4.
really helps me with something I'm going to try to.
Careful of
Bing,
the
bing,
bug
bing.
guy.
Just made 3 more spaces. So I'm in range.
Sweet. Yep. Nice.
Fuck that bug guy up.
Yeah. you get
Charisma
rid of
saving
them first,
throws.
I think.
Charisma, eh?
No, I'm gonna
They charismatic.
make him do your
Jesus. 19 for the bug
Damn. Okay,
and
you succeed.
a 13 for the Barulgura.
Fail.
Okay.
So whenever they make an attack roll or saving throw before I lose concentration or after 1 minute, target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from
Sweet.
said attack roll or saving throw.
So he's double.
And then I lose
You buffed?
concentration on flying, and I have concentration on that.
Okay. Cool.
And that's an action. Bonus action. Going to Bardic.
Yeah.
And she's just going to strum her lute and then turn to Vorg and be like, "Show who the sound blades are!"
Oh shit. Does my sword start like vibrating? It's like,
Dude, it like resonates with her lute.
oh, like vibrations.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
No wonder it's called the blood song.
It's like that bridge that they used to have in Otaki, when if you drove like fast enough through it, it would like sing,
Yeah.
which
I
is
remember that.
like gone
Like the
now.
nerf throwy things.
Well, not gone, but the speed limit, it makes it that you can't hear it anymore.
Okay. Is that Lily's turn?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Lily's just out of range. Our guard has already succeeded a save, but Dalton has entered 30 feet of this thing for the first time.
Oh, crumbs.
Or no.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And Vorg also, as well as Dalton,
Oh, excuse me.
I will please need Constitution saving
The
throws
range
as
is a bit bigger than
the
we
familiar vibration sound of this
Yeah.
creature echoes through
That's cocked.
Dalton's fan.
Ow!
Oh,
Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
Could it?
Yeah, just.
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 With a +3, 5.
I see.
It was cocked, leaning towards 2, then I re-rolled it and got a 2.
Mm.
Oh no, but thanks.
Oh, thanks.
As Vorg runs up, firing off these attacks. Hold.
Yeah.
Hold. No memento.
Never mind.
Save my life, please.
This won't happen until the start of your next turn.
Oh, ho, ho.
That's my bad. I'll let you reroll that. Dalton is fine in that case. We resume.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell.
Take all that back.
We'll take.
What?
Instead, what this thing is going to do, as Fairy Fire was attempted to be cast on it, is going to move in Dalton's direction,
Oh.
fluttering up to him.
You leave my brother alone.
That long proboscis in the front of this almost insectoid, mosquito-like creature, diving in towards Dalton as it approaches.
Not the proboscis.
That is going to hit. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, your brother's getting fucked up.
Don't let him.
I'm
Save him.
trying my hardest.
13 piercing.
I will personally, and I'm saying player, will personally kill Vorg if Dalton dies.
And
Kyle rebuttals whatever to Bjorn's son.
17 necrotic damage, which is taken from his maximum hit points. As you can see him kind of barely hanging on, half of his life sucked out through this tendril of this creature. His eyes going almost bloodshot in that moment, that blood trickling down his mouth gets a bit stronger. He looks like he is about to hit the ground. And he is going to be making that saving throw at the start of his next turn. We'll jump back up to Vorg.
I swear to God.
Do I gotta roll the saving throw?
Yes, please.
This time you're going to roll a nat 20.
Always.
Get out of it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was so close to being stuck and cocked, and it just
Yeah.
went.
It's the way you roll. You like roll it upwards into the top
Should
of
have
the
made
tray.
you keep it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You hear that sound just echo through you as it ricochets off the forest, but you push through and are immune to that effect for the next 24 hours.
Oh,
hell
nice.
Oh!
I'm gonna run this way to help Dalton. I'm coming to help. And walk here.
Glad you clarified.
Yeah, I don't want to leave it there. Lily, I need your assistance on a plan. If
What
this
plan?
works. Quick question. DM.
Yes, sir.
I've got a capture net, and I want to throw it on the bug.
Yeah,
It's got
totally.
wings. Is it made out of metal?
The bug of
The
the
middle
net.
The
net?
net. Is it a silver net?
The
You know what I
bug.
mean? Holding
I don't
down creatures, would it be a silver net?
No, this is a regular net.
Damn.
Just a
Rope or
rope
something.
net with no metal balls on it.
That's a bowler, and I have one of those.
No, like how like they have like balls on the edges
Yeah.
to make it heavy.
Isn't a
That's
bowl
a
just-
bowler.
No, a bowler's a
Ball
spinning.
is the
I-
one with the rope and three.
That like ties around things.
Yeah.
A net can have balls on the side,
Oh
so
no,
it
you're
weighs it
right.
down.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
this is just a regular net with some weights on it.
All right, never mind. I'm gonna pick it up though, and I'm gonna throw it on top of the bug.
Your family do
The
some
net?
Yeah.
fishing.
Yeah, totally. The net is just a martial weapon, which I'm sure you're
Yep.
proficient with, and it's just a ranged weapon attack, so it'll be the same as
Oh,
normal.
pardon me.
That sounds very good, right? Easy.
About to catch yourself a bug.
That's not bad.
Ultra rare.
Okay. If I was to run up behind him, would I get advantage? On putting it on?
This is a ranged,
Ranged.
attack,
Okay,
so no.
so no. Sweet. No worries. So. 16.
16, okay. A large or smaller creature hit by the net is restrained until freed. The creature can use its action to make a strength check. Yeah, totally. So you do that. It wraps around this creature's wings as they are beating back and forth. They get kind of pulled and tangled. This thing is like in a ball on the ground, restrained, meaning its speed is 0, attacks and dex saves have disadvantage, and attacks against it have advantage.
Okay.
So it is in a bundle on the ground, and that is one ranged weapon attack.
Yep. I'm going to run over to it. Lily, I need you to keep the gorilla off us.
Okay.
I'm going to run over and I'm going to bonus action. I'm going to Slayer's Prayer.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to extra attack, pull out my blood song, and we're going to go for a
Yeah,
stab.
totally. So advantage on the attack.
17 plus 9.
Oh, bloody hell, yes.
Okay, so we got my blades damage. Got Slay's Prey now.
Mm-hmm.
Crimson Right was activated before fight, so.
Please keep cold separate.
Oh, bitch. Oof, what awful roll. Oh, kinda.
On the max.
22 damage, 1 cold.
One cold is up to 0. Okay. That cold kind of flashes up its exterior carapace and doesn't seem to get through. It is resistant. The 22 damage goes through. This thing lets out this shriek as it is on the ground, its wings bundled up around it. Anything else?
Just where the joints of the wings attached to its body, I'm just carving through it. That's all I can do, but I'm going to just kind of stand there and put my blade in front of Dalton and just try to get him to go back when he can.
End of your turn, Yorna. Pop out the back of your house.
Hello.
What was that?
But it is my turn.
Yep.
It's been like 12 seconds,
I
Yorna.
can't even move that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I like that you're calmly taking the path.
Because that's probably difficult terrain. Is what, like shrubbery?
Bush.
What is that?
As long
Is
as
this
it's
difficult?
dry.
That's
Right?
grass. That's just long grass.
Oh, that's just long.
Long grass and flowers.
Never the mind. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5.
thought you just didn't want to mess up the garden.
I mean, that too, but
Brother's
like.
in danger, but the garden's got to stay mint.
There's clearly a mint. Don't walk on sign.
Minty fresh. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure where I'd pop out. I probably should have asked because I didn't think I'd be in range for stuff, but I am. So. It's gonna be a day. I am going to attack.
Good plan.
I'm gonna throw.
It feels like Yorna's still putting on her pants, you know?
I truly.
She's like running out, like attaching her
She
shoulder.
truly is. She truly is.
Hold on, guys.
Yeah.
Probably just should have had your equipment
This
on
might
in
be the
morning,
last
sadly.
time I leave the house in casual attire just because I don't want to stand out like a sore thumb. Who cares? I'm going to stand out like a sore thumb now.
What are you doing?
Attacking.
I'm going to use a bonus action to
Yeah.
sacrifice a hit die to turn
Yeah.
Bloodthirster into a +1 magical weapon.
Totally.
For 3 turns.
Nice.
Let me just note that down.
What?
Hit die -1. And I'm going to throw it at this.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I do that from here? Would
Yeah, I
you-
mean, what's the range on throwing on that?
It's 20-60. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
So that's currently 25.
She
So it'll be disadvantage, but you can still toss it.
You see your baby.
Oh.
still doesn't see.
I kind of have 35 feet of movement. Yeah, I'd throw it anyway.
Yeah, go for it.
And just hope.
Actually, attacks on it have advantage because it is restrained, so it'll just be a straight roll.
Duck!
Oh, no.
Where?
Dolphin, watch out.
Goose.
They've nearly been hit by these 100
Huh?
times.
What? No. It's only a 13 to hit.
13 does not quite hit. You toss it. This axe, you hear this almost like nails on a chalkboard sound as it grates up the outer kind of chitinous layer of this creature and just kind of glances off.
I don't like that.
Extra attack. I now throw the serrated one.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I'm axe thrower build.
Yeah. Dana was daggers. Yorna
Yeah.
is axes.
Oh, 23 to hit.
That one will hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Serrated.
When I successfully deal damage to a creature using this weapon, you can choose to have the attack bleed the creature. While bleeding at the start of each of its turns, the creature takes 1d8 damage of weapons type. Okay,
You're making it bleed.
I am. So it is bleeding. I'll roll damage,
damage
first.
Damn. She gave it bloody wound and magic together.
He's bleeding and can't heal because of my attack.
True.
That
Just all
would
the
be
debuffs.
7 slashing damage.
Nice.
It is just regular slashing damage.
Yeah.
And it is now bleeding.
Yeah. You toss this axe at this creature, kind of carves through the back. You hear this ting, 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 as a few strands of the net kind of separate.
Whoops,
and
sorry.
it drags down, and immediately you can see blood begin flowing from the creature.
And then, as a bonus act, I already used it.
Yeah.
Dang, I wanted to throw another. And I wanted
And then
to throw
there's another bonus
I
action.
wanted to throw another
That's
axe.
my
Oh my
thing.
goodness.
No. Okay, I'm done.
That's
I'm
you?
done.
Alright.
Yeah.
As you run in and start tossing axes across the battlefield, this large creature, this big gorilla demon, you just see it hammer its fists down on the ground, starts running in your direction, and you watch it kind of push off with its running leap, leaps 40 feet over top of Lily, and
I just got here.
over top of Lily, lands in front of Yorna, and as it does, comes down with one of its fists, and it is going to go reckless. So it gains advantage on all attack rolls, but has advantage against it on everything.
He just Winston.
I
altered.
just got here. He really did.
And they're all minus a d4, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
Minus 1 is plus that, minus that. 21 to hit
Yeah.
with one of its
Wait.
fists. 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And the last attack, again, you watch its kind of lower jaw almost partially unhinge, and a few more sets of teeth peel off to the side as this massive mouth comes in for a bite. Plus that is 19 minus the 1, 18 to hit.
It doesn't hit. It would have hit me otherwise. Yes.
Okay. As these teeth
I do
open
not
and
wanna
lunge in your
bit by
direction,
this
you kind of
thing.
pull out of the
Jeez.
way just in time. This thing just kind of sitting there, just comes up, beats its chest, and just lands back down in front of you.
May I please, as a reaction, use riposte? Was that a melee attack that he just
Yeah,
tried
it
to
totally
do?
was.
I can use my reaction and expend 1 superiority die to make a melee weapon attack against the creature.
Yeah, go for it.
My necklace survive already?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think so. Okay, give me half a sec. All right.
Yeah. Both of these are demons.
Demons. Yeah.
Ah.
Demons. Not the demons.
Rats.
Rats. You have advantage
Yeah, because he's reckless.
because he's reckless and he's fairy-fied.
It doesn't matter because the next one was a nat 1.
Actually, because he's reckless, fairy-fied hits.
Oh.
Oh, 15.
15 to hit?
14.
14 or 15?
14.
Okay, 14 does not quite hit.
Damn.
Damn.
Big target, but thick hide on this creature. So that's him.
Yeah, that was just my reaction.
What are you currently wearing?
My armor. Like everything.
Normal armor or Legion armor?
Oh, just my normal armor.
Okay. We'll see if this Legionnaire recognizes you. They do. Where do you want me?
Come help me with this big thing.
Rushes over in your direction. They've already succeeded their save against the creature, and the creature's... I'm going to rule that the drone from the Casmi comes from its wings, and it's currently not able to use them. So, she passes through over to Yorna, and is going to take 2 attacks on this thing
Amazing.
with advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
And when I saw the wings, I'm like, oh, the capture net I just got. Fuck them up.
14 misses,
It's my new
and
one.
a 21 will hit.
Nice.
Forgot you get this.
Oh yeah, I'm inspired. Hey, forgot that.
8 more damage to the Balrogura. Cool. It's the Legionnaire Dalton. Luckily, the wings of this thing pinned back, pulled in the net, is not currently droning, so Dalton doesn't have to make that save. Instead, he's going to kind of pull his way as much as he can, kind of through
Amazing.
some of this shrubbery back up here. And is going to... Actually, in that moment, is going to wild shape. You'll watch his... He's already a small individual, but he kind of pulls down into this small red-tailed fox and just kind of scurries his way a little bit further through the brush here. Leaving a trail of blood behind him. Lily, you're up.
Does he have reach?
Who knows?
One way to find out.
Well, shit.
I like the idea of just kind of...
Yeah.
I'm gonna help with the flank.
Yeah, totally.
I am going to use my unsettling words as a bonus action.
Yeah.
She's just gonna be like, "Oi, mushroom ball! I'm gonna be the last thing you see."
You say that, the head kind of turns around, this unhinged jaw kind of clicking back together. What's he doing?
Just,
I'm sorry.
Is that a save from him?
no, it's just.
Just,
So I rolled the bardic inspiration. I give me that.
yes.
I like the idea that he jumped over this little green thing that he saw not as a threat. It just went, what did it say?
And then creature must subtract roll number from its next saving throw. Oh no. 2. Damn.
Okay.
Still a minus.
Yep, still a minus.
Sweet.
And then I'm going to cast Psychic Glance at level 4.
Okay.
And it must make intelligence saving throw.
Does Bane apply to that as well?
Yes.
Okay. Jesus.
Stacked
So
a
minus 2 and then minus a d4.
And this is intelligence, sorry?
Yes.
The debuffs are going hard right now.
Okay. Well, with a nat 20
Oh.
minus
No, because it wouldn't make it a natural.
minus
anymore.
6. So 14.
It fails.
Oh,
Hell yeah!
poor guy.
I like the idea that he would have succeeded. That means like he probably did everything right, and then just like the debuffs.
2,
Oh,
3,
poor man.
4,
Dude couldn't
5,
shake it.
6,
Jesus.
7.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
So it takes 7d6 psychic damage and is incapacitated until my next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
That spell's OP.
Yeah, it's so powerful.
Ooh!
You have to kind of jump a bunch of hurdles to get that, though.
Yeah.
True. To be fair,
31 psychic damage.
she really sets it up though, right? She's like, bang. Oh, and this real quick. Now
As you shoot this lance of psychic energy up towards it, it turns back around, its jaw clicks back together. Immediately, you see blood pouring out of both of its eye sockets and its ears as this thing is like barely able to stand still anymore. Looks like it's about to hit the ground.
Yorna, it's up to you!
Amazing work. Thank you, Lily.
Okay, anything else from Lily?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Level
We come back to the Casmi here in front of Strider, this big insect creature that looks entirely helpless, just kind of having its claws trying to grab at this net.
Volk just like looks down at it and goes, "I've seen your moves before. They're not gonna knock me down again."
It is going to hook one of these kind of big, almost blade-like pincers through the net and is just going to try and slash it open.
You already made a hole in it, so I'm gonna get a
Oh,
new one anyway.
it bleeds.
Oh, it does bleed.
At the start of each of its turns, it takes 1d8
Yeah.
damage. The bleeding stops if a creature regains hit points in any way or uses their action to make a DC 15 medicine check.
He also can't regain
Yeah.
hit points when I stab him because of my thing stops people from healing, so it's permanent.
It's great.
Damn.
Yike.
The combo works.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Permanent bleeding. Oof.
Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we're-
He takes 8 damage.
Hell yeah, max.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. He tries to hook his way through the net here with a natural 2. As that bleeding strikes him, he tries to tear through but is unable to get through the net. He is still restrained there on the ground. We come back up to Volk.
I put my blade at him, and I think about how this has almost gone from fighting a monster to just hunting a regular boar at this point. And I'm going to Hunter's Mark on top of Slayer's Crown,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take a swing. With advantage.
Yep.
So we're going to get a nat 20. 16 plus 9 to hit.
That'll hit.
Uh, 22 damage. 5 of it is cold, but I'm going to Blood Maledict curse. I'm going to make him non-resistant to cold damage.
Totally. So total of 20, what was it, 5?
25, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just to make sure all that damage sticks.
You stab through, you watch for a moment, that ice again kind of partially disperses over that chitinous armor, but as you push that Maledict through, it seeps back in, freezing the creature internally.
How does it feel to feel cold? And I'm going to stab again.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't think he likes it.
You'll die. Murder. Same roll as before, 16 plus
That'll hit.
9. Oh my god. $20 damage, 2 of it is cold. But he's not resistant anymore until the start of my next turn.
Amazing. Okay. And another strike, pushing down, he is looking badly wounded. You hear, as you strike this creature, a semblance of its thoughts kind of extending out in your direction. This kind of demonic telepathy that's not quite words, but feeling. This thing is driven by instinct. If you were to put a word to it, the things running through this creature's head grow, infect, spread. This need, as this thing is covered in fungus across its carapace, as it lies there almost on death's door.
I'll turn my head to the others. This one's gonna die anytime soon. I've got it. Don't worry about me. And I'll end my turn.
Back to Yorna.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to lower my shield
Yeah, totally.
just so I can really make a dent. Advantage because of Lily there.
Yep.
Oh boy.
No boy.
16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Alright.
Nice.
To roll the d10. 8.
As this giant lumbering demonic creature turns around towards Lily, who shatters this thing from the inside, blood pouring out of it. As it is distracted in that moment, how do you finish it off?
Nice.
Oh. I'm going to just one big slash up its back as it turns away.
This
Fatal arrow.
scraping up its back. And as your blade pierces through it, kind of following behind your blade, the parts of this creature that are flesh and fur seem to immediately begin to wither away into ash and dust, the same way that the shapeshifter did in the goblin camp, the same way that the succubus did. The fungal parts of it immediately slough off of its body, and much like the night hag, just immediately disintegrate into the dirt, as there is, within a matter of seconds, nothing left of this giant creature in front of you.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean... You sure you don't want me to give it a whack? We're done here.
Actually, let me kill it. I want to test something with my weapon.
Alright. I'm going to... I've already used, like, my action, but I am still going to go over to Dalton and just check that he's alright.
Yeah, you can tell that this man is on 1 hit point.
1.
Yep.
I'm going to just... I'm going to action search just so I can heal him.
Yeah.
Oh, first heal.
First heal, and it goes to Dalton. This seems very fitting.
Oh, spell heal. I like it.
Yeah.
Children's a bonus action.
Healings is an action.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Healing word is bonus.
Yeah, healing word's bonus.
So I will do Cure Wounds. So that is 1d8 plus my spellcast mod, which is plus
Wisdom.
3. I'm gonna roll the d20. Hey!
Oh?
4.
Okay. Takes him off of death's door at the very least.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It's mostly as a gesture as
Yeah.
well. Like it just feels very symbolic to Yorna to like use this newfound power to help her family.
Yeah. So you crouch down to this small woodland animal.
Yeah.
And heal it for 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Nice. Is that you?
That's me.
Baralgura is down. Legionnaire will kind of stand with you. Dalton there will kind of revert back and just kind of sit in the grass. Lily, is there anything you're doing?
She's just gonna sit down and be like, I thought he was gonna kill me.
sitting down in the grass there. The Casmi is going to make one last effort here. Ignoring the fact that it has disadvantage, is just going to try and attack Strider through the net.
It's bleeding. Can I roll?
Yeah,
for
go
bleeding?
for it.
Maybe it.
If that doesn't do it.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. A 5. I'm sorry. This will probably do it.
No.
I can't stop it. He's bleeding.
As that blood goes out, you see the light very nearly fade from its eyes as this thing is knowing that it is about to black out at any moment.
Oh, no.
Is going to go for that one last attack.
Oh, it's
It's
still
gonna
alive.
go.
There you go.
He might do it. He might hit me.
Oh, he might.
He might do it. Get my AC is pretty cool.
16 to hit.
Miss.
As that long proboscis again tries to stab up in your direction, deflecting it off to the side. And with that, what do you do?
I'm going
What are you
to
testing?
look at the blood song, and being that I've seen that
Look, it is.
it's a non-healing wounds, I'm going to test its final ability, and I'm going to kill it with the blade.
Yeah, you take that slash. Go ahead and roll me an attack with advantage. And hopefully hit.
No. 19.
19 will hit.
Okay.
Alright, damage. Woohoo.
It's probably on like 1 or 2 hit points.
There's enough dice.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
25 damage.
Gosh, sure.
How do you finish it off?
Well, it truly puts it into
That'll
the
do its
ground.
last 2 HP.
2.
I'm going to activate Vampiric Repose and pierce through just its hide without ripping any of the netting.
Yeah.
And as I reduce it to 0 hit points, I regain hit points equal to my proficiency bonus and charisma modifier, which is 4 altogether, which does take me to max because I was below max. As like the blood climbs up the kind of middle part of the blade, but as it hits the handle, turns into this kind of green energy mist that kind of just grows across me and heals any wounds around. Sheathe the blade.
As you pull it free and sheathe the blade, again, kind of from that point in the back, the parts of this creature that are flesh and chitin kind of, again, wither away into ash and dust. The fungal plates growing out of it, the webbing in its wings, again, kind of sloughing down to the earth and immediately rotting away. And as this battlefield is silent in the just past dawn hours in the city,
Oh, yeah.
we'll take a quick break and come back in a minute.
Oh, my
At
God.
the break of dawn,
Anyone
we
take
battle.
damage?
What a morning. Yeah, I did, because that thing Winston jumped me, and it's like,
Decent amount. Lucky you have a lot of
Winston
HP.
Jones.
I do,
There's
so
still a
it
phone
doesn't
line.
really matter. Yeah, like, that's why I'm like, I'm putting down my shield. It can hit me a couple more times and I'll
God.
still be alright.
Having your early morning stroll interrupted by chaos erupting in the gardens behind the house. Quickly running in to find a couple of demons attacking the gardens, covered in fungus. Able to expel them through some crafty use of items and well-placed spellcraft. Sitting here now, everyone just kind of in the grass, taking a breather. Dalton looking still on death's door as these creatures just evaporate into ash in front of you.
Well, at least there's no cleanup duty when it comes to fighting these things.
Dalton, what happened? Yeah, easy.
It just crawled out from under the tree.
Which one?
Points at the one that's like on the ground.
On the
Just
ground.
apparated. Oh, one hell of a swing.
How long were you fighting that before we came here?
Half a minute.
Oh. I'm honestly...
Glad you were around. That would have been the end of that.
Me too.
I head over to Dalton and
Yeah,
cast Healing Word at level 3.
nice.
Yo.
Beep.
Might be dangerous around here for a while, being that the hag is underground somewhere.
Yeah, the garden's been fighting a little bit. Been trying to keep it under control, but it's hurting.
Are you making sure that you have other people look after the garden as well so that you can take a rest?
Yeah, Father was going to take over in a minute. Just didn't quite get to that.
13 HP.
Nice.
Hey.
13 up. He kind of... few of like the scrapes kind of fade a little bit as he kind of regains a bit of breath. Kind of looks over at the random legionnaire who's kind of cleaning up some of the mess, and he goes, "Thank you for rushing in as well." And they just kind of look back and give a bit of a nod. What are you all doing up so early?
Well,
Dealing with personal matters.
I see. Well, glad everyone's all right.
alright, you let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Maybe carry me back.
Whoop. Should be able to very easily carry my short brother.
Yeah.
Yorna, when you go find Carmine, you might want to get her to set some guards to watch.
Patrol.
Yeah.
I agree. Want to have people around in case something like this happens again.
Yeah, because we might not be as close next time.
That tree, does it look like it started to wither or just fell over?
It looks like part of like the bottom of its trunk and its root system essentially became these creatures.
Okay.
Like some corrupted part of this tree just finally birthed out these demonic monstrosities.
Can I walk over to the tree?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to cast Speak with Plants.
Yeah, totally.
Well, it was that third.
Hey, yo, you good, bro? You birthed like 2 evil creatures.
Hello?
Do that and kind of reach your mind out to this tree. You get this kind of sharp shooting pain in the back of your mind and just get this overwhelming cacophony of words. Consume, spread, rot, decay. Become one. Merge. Just this overwhelming sense of needing to spread.
I disconnect immediately.
Kind of pull yourself back a little bit. And looking at it, you can see that like the roots of this tree are almost like alive, trying to push their way back into the soil.
Are there any other trees around?
There's plenty of others.
Is there one next to it that doesn't look similar to that current tree?
Yeah, I mean, there's one that seems in good health.
Okay, let's try this one. And I cast Speak with Plants. Oh, like it's in a radius, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank God.
Hi.
You're not like that one.
No, he's sick.
Sick?
Some of the others too.
Others? What others? I look around. Where's the others?
You kind of extend that Speak with Plants out a little bit, and like within that, what is it, like a 30-foot radius?
Yeah, 30-foot radius.
You get like a small patch of flowers that have that same cacophony of voices, another small shrub that is wanting to spread and consume. A few of them are sick.
How did it end up like this?
I don't know.
And it just started here all of a sudden?
Over the past few days,
I point to Dalton. Was he helping suppress this sickness?
he was keeping them quiet.
Quiet. But not suppressed. Just like holding them back from releasing the sickness?
I think so.
I think we might have some bad news on our hands.
Added to the list. What's up?
The garden starting to become sick and turning out like the tree here.
That is what you have been trying to stop, is it?
I think so. Something's wrong here.
This is very likely directly connected to the hag and whatever she's got going on in the city. As you know, there's a lot of people gathering at the House of Gold that have come down with similar, I guess, symptoms of what we had. I just hope that the garden can hold out just a little bit longer and that the people can just hang on.
Dad and I will do what we can.
I think we need to set up perimeters.
Is there a way to get more druids from Wood End to come here and aid the gardens?
I'm sure that Dad can send word back, yeah.
I think he should, because it seems like whatever's going on here is spreading a lot faster than we anticipated. We're not taking care of the hag for a little bit. We have more pressing matters to attend to. You'll just have to hang on. Just do your best.
I don't mean to have this come across as an arsehole, but I trust in you guys to figure out what needs to happen, but we don't have the time, so I'm going to head off.
Yeah, that's all right.
You guys can handle it, and I'll walk off to the House of Gold.
I'm going to grab the Legion near if he's still around.
Yeah.
Do you think you can report back to Carmine or just someone to set up, I guess, a watch on the gardens? If something like this happens again, I want to be prepared. And Dalton, if you can get Father to send back word somehow so that we can get more druids here to fend off what's afflicting the gardens, just long enough until we can properly fix it.
Of course, of course.
But please do rest as soon as you've done so.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
Legionnaire kind of takes off in the direction of Legion HQ.
Well, I just realized I need to be off to the Legionnaire headquarters anyway, so take care. Are you sticking around here as originally planned? Maybe you want
I'll just hang around for a bit and then stay at the house.
All right.
Make sure Daria's okay.
All right, well, if you need anything, Lily can help. She's very capable.
Thanks. He'll kind of like get back up and waddle his way back over to the house.
All right. I'll start making my way to Carmine.
So heading up to Legion HQ, heading to the House of Gold. What's Lily up to?
I want to investigate the gardens a bit more.
Yeah, totally.
I want to go to the tree and then how am I gonna do this? Try to connect as a way to find out, like, if I'm able to see where the hag is.
Interesting. Yeah, totally. Do you want to give me an Arcana check to see if you can, like, twist that speak with plants in that way a little bit?
Boop. Arcana. 12.
12. You kind of reach out a little bit using your familiarity with psychic nuances and that spellcraft itself. you kind of push past that first wave, that voice, that echoing spread, consume. And push through that just a little bit. Until that arcana is kind of pushing just enough that whatever, you can't quite navigate to the source, but whatever is afflicting these plants is being pumped into them through the soil, through the earth directly beneath them.
I want to look around the gardens and see if there's any like
so that I know where everyone is.
like what are they called? Like sewage access ways, or anywhere that can lead like under the gardens.
Yeah, I mean, looking around a bit, kind of the big vertical wall that's kind of behind the gardens that leads all the way up to the brass. That wall would have like a few big sewer entrances, kind of similar to the ones that you took when going to find Vesht. Walking around, there would maybe be like one manhole in one of the pathways in the gardens, but you get the sense that there's probably not much infrastructure running underneath the gardens.
Is the one like on the walls like still accessible?
They seem to have these big like iron bar doors on them that most appear to have locks, but can be accessed.
I'm gonna head to one of those doors.
Yeah.
Look around. Anyone watching me?
Give me a perception check.
7.
7. I mean, there's a mother and a child on one of the paths kind of a wee ways away, but they don't seem to be paying you any mind.
And there's like a physical lock on the door.
Yeah, big heavy set padlock on the door.
Just gonna lean up against the gate, pulled out the skull of Nog, and just like, tick.
Do you hear that? As the lock opens up and just kind of hangs on the hinge.
And then I'm just gonna walk away, but minor illusion, it's still looking locked.
Okay, you kind of drop a minor illusion.
If anyone's still watching.
Kind of push through. Yeah. You enter this large, kind of open, rounded sewer, kind of a platform on each side. There is a bit of kind of stagnant water in this portion, but you can hear more water flowing a bit further in. After you get in about 20 or 30 feet, it's all but pitch black.
Oh. Damn, anything this far. Light source. I have torches, right? Surely.
Surely.
Pretty sure I do. I have a
Pack.
bag of some kind. A pack. Do. Where is it? Entertainer's pack. Don't have a other kind of pack. It has candles.
You have
I like the
candles.
candles. I did read that part.
Just enough that you're getting like 5 or 10 feet of light, like just able to kind of make out the corners of the walls around you.
I'm gonna go back out. And then I'm just gonna go over to Dalton. Just be like, I'm just going to investigate something with the gardens
Yeah.
for an hour.
Okay.
If I don't come back in an hour, send word to Yorna that I've gone too deep into what could be sewer mines.
Okay. Noted. An hour. Good to know. Hopefully I'll see you before that.
Me too.
Just kind of nervously looks as you head back out.
And I go back.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
You push a little bit in and get to a point where you can start to hear some slightly more constant running water moving through this, and that initial pipe gives way to a T intersection that goes off to your left and to your right.
Am I able to determine what still keeps me closer to the gardens?
Interesting. Taking a left would quite quickly see you in behind the House of Gold. Taking that right would probably lead you down the back of the gardens for a bit longer.
Go to the right.
Kind of take that right-hand turn, and kind of creep through the candlelight, reflecting off the little bit of kind of sludgy sewer water beneath you. Every so often you swear that you can hear like a gurgle or a groan or something like echoing through, but it could just be tricks of the wind running down these tunnels.
Yes. Must have been the wind.
Do you want to give me an investigation check as you push in a wee bit?
We've never found undead or anything in the sewers before.
No.
Investigation?
Never has.
17.
Never.
17. You push through for a little while. And there's a point where it kind of forks off again in a bit of an intersection, keeps going forward or moves off to your left. And as you're kind of shifting your candlelight around, you can see that that little bit of light kind of catches on something down that left-hand pathway.
I'm going to light another candle
Yeah.
and just chuck it down.
You throw this candle down that walkway. And as it kind of rolls along the pavement in here, part of that tunnel, you can see there's like the curved side of the circular chamber is like cracked, and from it you can see this like mycelial fungus network that's like crawling over the top. From that actual crack, there's these huge big kind of brown fungal plates that are protruding out. The light just kind of rests under them. You can see the spreading network is just kind of ever so faintly kind of pulsating just a little bit.
Do not touch that.
Alright. Gonna note that for later.
Oh no.
Burn it.
And keep going to my right.
Yeah. Push on a bit further. You can see. Yeah. Give me another investigation check as you're pushing on a bit more.
12.
12, okay. Pushing through a bit further, you begin to notice that like part of these sewers look traversed or disturbed slightly. Some of the kind of channels within the sewers that have kind of more stagnant water, you can see where it looks like something has kind of pushed its way through, something that's like pushed some of that algae slime off the side. Places where the kind of pavement tiles are broken in from something moving across them. There's definitely been something shuffling around in here.
Can I try and determine the size?
Yeah, give me a survival check then.
We need sending stones.
Yeah.
Survival. 15.
They wanted to summon them.
15. Kind of looking at the size of these like slips in the slime, looking at where the whatever this is like indented the tiles. This creature would probably be maybe just a little bit smaller than that gorilla demon.
A little bit smaller.
Tiny bit smaller.
Algae uplands, right?
Yes.
I like to speak to the algae.
And he's like, if it grows, I'm talking to it.
It's algae plants.
Is this creature wants to lot? Maybe it's not being time.
Or like 30 foot.
Is
Was
it 30
that
foot
within 30
following
foot?
you? Or is
South,
that...
yes. And it would have been out for 2 minutes. Or like from where I casted it, I'm assuming. From south.
If it says south, I feel like it's
Yeah,
30
within
feet.
30 feet of you.
With 30 feet
Of
of
you.
the casting point,
With
it doesn't say
limited
that it
sentient.
follows.
It says
No.
south under range, though.
Yeah, self is just like it's centered
Yeah,
on you.
it's
Yeah.
centered.
So I just wondered if it meant
You
it
view
followed you.
plants within a given ability. I'm gonna say for now, it follows you until I look it up.
Okay.
So we'll say that there's just a little bit of time left on
Okay.
that spell.
Hello?
Hello.
Did you see any creatures come by?
Yeah, a few.
A few?
Yeah.
Are they all the same?
No.
What did the largest one look like?
There was a big bat,
Big bat.
and there was this nasty thing covered in mushrooms. It had
Covered
like
in
a
mushrooms.
beak and blades for arms.
Big blades. Uh-huh. What else?
There was a bunch of rats. They were big too.
Okay, so the rat people. Anything else?
There was a little mushroom with legs. That was kind of weird.
All on each other's team.
What?
Were they working together?
Oh, were any of them working together?
I don't know.
Was the bat thing humanoid looking?
No, it was a big bat.
Okay.
How many big bats do we know?
One. It could be more.
True. Could be his brother.
What was the last thing you saw?
The big mushroom covered thing with the claws for arms.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
3.
3 what?
3.
Plants don't really have a concept of time.
3 hours, minutes, seconds.
What's that?
Seconds is like real quick. Minutes is like sort of quick but sort of long, and then 3 hours is really long.
Really long.
Okay. Hopefully.
Or 3 days. Or 3 weeks. Or 3 months.
I'd rather go the closest to the shortest. Well, thank you for your information on those things.
Yeah.
About the tiny mushroom,
Yeah.
did it seem harmful in any way?
I don't know.
Did it just have legs?
And arms, and teeth, and eyes.
Okay,
The plot
I'll
thickens.
look out for that.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Algae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out now.
Yeah.
This is a mushroom delicious in dungeon with you.
No.
Kind of make your way back out. That candlelight kind of just burning out and smoking from the one that you tossed down that chamber. As you're kind of making your way out, you do... Give me a perception check, actually.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. That's weird. Perception 15.
As you're making your way back out, down that chamber that you saw, like the mushroom network growing on the wall, you just hear this kind of echo down the chamber, almost this like somewhere between like a bird and a dog bark that just kind of echoes down the tunnel a little bit.
Love when my birds
Am
bark.
I able to determine how far away that is?
By the time that sound reaches you, it's echoed a number of times. So somewhere deep within the tunnel network. You can give me a... Call it another survival check if you want to kind of ping that.
That one.
That one. Hard to tell. Again, you kind of hear this kind of 5 versions of it all at once as it echoes down the tunnels here. Hard to tell just how far away it is.
Okay. I'm gonna, speed walk
Yeah.
as to not try and cause too much noise.
Okay, yeah, totally. Kind of shuffle your way back out to that entrance, eventually seeing sunlight again washing in through the sewer grate.
Stop. Where is he?
You see that he's kind of out in the gardens, just kind of taking a bit of a look around. Hi.
Don't go in there.
Okay.
These creepy girlies.
I would imagine.
Where's the house go?
Are you okay?
Where did Yorna go?
Said something about work.
Alright, work. Yorna or Vorg? Yorna or Vorg? Vorg! Got a house of gold.
All right. As you take off. Before we jump back to that, then we'll deviate up to Yorna. Where are you heading?
I am going to the Legionnaire headquarters to talk to Carmine.
Okay. You make your way up there, pass through the front desk, and eventually make your way up. Carmine, not currently actually in her chambers, but is out in the training square in the middle of this kind of... again, this is kind of like a square exterior of buildings that are built around a central courtyard where you can see a group of about 20 or so newer Legion hires that are currently all kind of training various sword skills. Carmine's watching as Tynan is there instructing these individuals.
Yeah.
Insert effort noises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's Link.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I don't know if we had Link here.
Oh, man. Playing this game.
As you make your way into the training square, kind of catch Carmine's gaze. She gives a bit of a nod.
Okay. Carmine.
Yes, you're early.
Yeah, I forgot it's still like 7 in the morning or something?
Trainees haven't had breakfast yet.
Oh shoot. We need to talk.
Of course. Shall we take this to my chambers, or?
Probably a good idea.
All right. It kind of leads you back inside and up to her small kind of office chamber area. Please have a seat.
I shall sit down.
What's up?
So, me and Borg and Lily, we now have a bit of a list on some very important matters that will definitely keep the city safe. As you know, we had been tracking down the hag,
Yes.
which is still on our list. We are getting very close to a location. It's definitely underneath the city. And in fact, I think even this morning, her hold has created a lot of unrest in the gardens. I don't know if you've already spoken to the Legionnaire who was
Yes,
there.
she came through this morning.
So there's that. We also visited the Bellwood estate
Oh,
to
curious.
look for some information. I can't remember if we spoke about Borg's identity. Did we?
This is a question. Did Vol reveal his name to Carmine?
My identity was revealed because of the... I think he did. I think.
Okay.
When he
did,
came
eh?
back...
You came and
Yeah.
saw her, right?
Yeah, we all went.
Yeah,
and
actually,
he's-
Yeah.
He's been open about his
Yes,
identity
totally.
since he's back.
Well, we figured that there might be some important information there,
course.
seeing as they were gatherers of knowledge and all of that. And
Did you find anything?
we did, and I want to talk to her about the whole prophet thing. and how there is a blade that can vanquish what is like
Yeah.
festering in the city. And just tell her how important it is to get this prophet thing done before the solstice, and that then we will move on to defeating the hag once and for all. So kind of giving her a rundown of our plan.
Yeah.
And just, I want to gauge her reaction to it.
She takes it in as you provide all of this information, processing it, kind of listening along with what you're saying. So what is your plan then?
Gather allies to essentially storm this plane of existence that the Bellwoods created in order to lock away the prophet. And so I was going to ask you if I could have some of the higher ranking legionnaires, people like Kari and
Of
Tynan.
course, if the city is going to be in immediate danger, we will lend you all the hands we can. That will be somewhat limited, but I can pull a few strings and make sure you have the people you need.
That would be great. In addition, if it's not too much to ask, we will need some funding for potions.
I have some on the way from the coin.
Wonderful. I think that was most of everything. We haven't actually chosen a date yet to go to the prophet, unseal the plane, and go there. We haven't picked a day yet. We're still preparing.
Of course, don't rush anything like this.
So I just wanted to give you a rundown on what's happening, get a plan together. And yeah, I think that is all that I came for. How is the Legion faring?
Better. These new recruits are slowly picking things up. We are still being bugged from the Chassenor High Council to employ their aid in the city, but civilian unrest is growing. I was concerned what it might do if we ally again with outside enforcements from the city in the sky. It was the machines that got us in this mess in the first place.
Alright. Well, seems like a very fragile time for Argentum.
It's not ideal by any means.
No. Alright, well, I'll get back to you on dates, and if you can just employ whoever can be available.
Of course.
Yeah. Thank you. That'll be all.
Kind of gives you a farewell and lets you know to keep her updated on anything moving forward. She hands you a small pouch that contains 100 platinum for the time being. Don't spend it all at once.
I shall not. It will go... Yeah. And before I leave, I will conjure up a flower for her. A nice little something that I picked up.
How?
Well, in my travels to the Fey Realm, I actually regained the power that was taken from me. It was part of a deal. I'm still learning the details of it, but from what I can understand, it was for a very good reason, and not inherently aimed at me specifically. This could have been anyone. I just happened to be.
She holds the flower up and kind of
Continent.
looks it over. Hope this doesn't mean you'll be leaving us anytime soon.
No, I like my fighting. This is just a very nice bonus. I will continue honing my druidic craft, but I don't plan on leaving.
He puts it in a vase off to the side. I will have more funds for you shortly, but what I give you, if you need additional supplies for the men, I will provide as well. It will have to come out of that coin.
Of course.
All right. And best of luck.
Thank you. And I leave.
You head out We'll pull back to Vogue, leaving the gardens on the way to the House of Gold.
And keeping an eye out to see if anyone's following me as per usual.
Yeah. Give me a perception check as you do so.
28.
28, Jesus Christ. As you're walking away, you notice, not keeping an eye on you, but like way further up, kind of near the stairs to the Lowstone, one of those masked mages in the black and red is just kind of standing, kind of just keeping a bit of a watch in the direction of Yorna's home, in the direction of the gardens, just observing.
Is that the direction I have to go anyway?
That's the opposite direction.
I'll just keep a note of that. See if I see one closer at any point,
Yeah.
I'll try to find out if it's the same one I talked to.
As you near the House of Gold a bit more, you get this kind of uneasy feeling a little bit as you're pushing along. And eventually, as you pass an alleyway, you hear a voice. A moment.
Like Chiron's voice.
Not Chiron.
I will turn to see who it is first.
Turn to see this kind of like deep, tan, older looking individual that you had seen a night or two ago approaching the estate. The one that was wearing heavy silver armor is now in a just simple white shirt that's partially unbuttoned at the top, big heavy set boots, this pendant around his neck that looks like a kind of smooth edged upside down triangle, like a scale.
As like Vogue was about to continue walking, he keeps his leg in the air and just turns. It's like the 5th time I've been stopped going here. Alright, and I turn and go into the alleyway.
Kind of turn. So you were coming from the estate,
Yes.
opened a few doors that hadn't been opened yet.
Assumed you lot decided to go in there.
It's our business to keep a tab on things. How far'd you go?
What do you mean?
How deep?
It's really none of your concern how far.
It is my concern.
Oh. Still all the bravado with no armor on. Interesting. We went as deep as we needed to go.
What was it you needed, exactly?
The library? With everything that's going on, demons, fiends need to do some research.
Take anything with you?
Other than books. And, of course, armor that represents my family. Yes. What are you looking for?
Just don't want any more of your books ending up out here.
You talk about a particular book?
Many.
And let me guess, you guys raided the library, taking as many of the books to burn?
We touch nothing. Not our business to take. I get that you have reservations. We're here to help people, to save them from themselves. These books in the wrong hands, corruption, deceit, spreads like wildfire.
I get that, but the way you say that, the way you're here to save people from themselves, save them before they do something wrong. It's a bit too, and I don't mean to sound like I'm using a pun out of this, but a bit too godly.
simple folk with everything to lose. They're the ones drawn to these nonsensical ramblings the most. People that will take advantage of knowledge they shouldn't have. We can't keep an eye on every individual.
Which is fair, but you decide that you can't stop random commoners from finding books and doing what they want with them, so you get rid of the people that make them, the ones that use it for
Yes.
right?
We do.
Let me ask you this, and please be honest. I want you to say, by my lord, I promise to be honest. What other families have you done this to? What other groups, people, communities?
We don't make a habit of attacking innocent people.
That doesn't answer my question. Making a habit. It's a strange way to put it, but if you have a number higher than 2, then that's a bit of a habit.
Any who spread corruption into the world, in divine injustice, we do what we have to do. And no, that doesn't always end in a fight. We're not monsters.
Monsters come in different shapes, sizes, and I've learned in my time that not all of them murder, a lot of them do other things. And everything you say, the way you act, let's just say you're not a monster.
So I take it you'll be treading your family's same path then? Furthering this knowledge, letting it lie out in the world.
You know what? You might have got the wrong idea the other night from how I acted. I'm done hating and wanting to murder you all, but I don't fucking forgive you. And I turn my back and walk away.
Turn your back and walk out. He just stays there for a moment. As you continue to walk in the direction of the House of Gold, another voice from behind you.
Everyone wants you.
Oh, we're fifth.
If damned clerics can smell their ego a mile away. He was tailing you for an hour.
Okay. Wait, he was tailing me for an hour? Before I know, I'm definitely slacking off. Who the fuck are you?
You turn to look to your side, and you can see an individual that is probably like half a foot shorter than you, but twice as wide,
Shit.
is hidden underneath this dark black cloak. As they kind of cock their head to the side so that you can see some of their face, do you want to give me a perception check?
Look like some Asta shit.
I wonder if it's I wonder if it's gonna be like similar to that other character that we met.
28.
28. Holy shit. You can see a scar running up the lip of bleach white, dragonborn features. Looking at this individual as he kind of cocks his head to the side, you can see that scar continues up over his eye, which is a vibrant pink.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little startled, being that I've now been jumped by 2 people in the same 5 minutes. I assume you're helping me. What do you need?
Just keeping a friendly eye. I take it you're the brother.
Yes, I am. I take it you're one of her acquaintances?
Could say that. What are you up to?
Rain.
I was heading to the House of Gold.
Bold move.
I know that a lot of people there would rather have me dead, but there's an ally within there that's powerful, and we'll need him.
Good. Soon. That's all I've been said to say.
Ominous.
How much do you know?
About?
The brother's situation.
I don't follow.
That's alright. I put my hand out to handshake.
It's the same. This heavy, like, clawed, scarred, dragonborn hand.
I'm grateful for at least the chance, or the sign of that they are around at least.
You'll see them soon enough. They want to talk before we move.
Okay. Can you at least pass a message along?
Of course.
There's a big fight happening, and I need her.
I think she'll have a similar message soon.
Goodbye, for now.
Kind of just takes that cloak, pushes it on,
Hunter's mark.
pushes off. Yeah, totally. This heavy set, white-scaled dragonborn kind of pushes off and gets lost in the crowd. With your ungodly perception check from earlier, as he walks away, you do notice that small bits of armor kind of peek through his cloak, and there is a symbol of the Platinum Dragon on them.
Yes, it takes all sorts of people. What direction, as I continue walking to the House of Gold, I'm keeping track of my Hunter's Mark tracking ability, and I want to know what direction.
Yeah. If you're walking like down the side of the city towards the House of Gold, he kind of just pushes directly into the heart of the Ring of Earth, kind of in behind the inn where Lily was originally staying, kind of in by the Silken Stitch kind of area, before you lose track.
Why won't you want to see me sooner than later? I feel like being a failed brother, yet she has her reasons, and I continue walking.
As you continue walking,
I also do this and point the finger at that damn corner that dude was in.
continue walking in the direction of the House of Gold. And I reckon we'll pick up there next session as you go and have your chat with Kelvar and whoever else might be in the house.
Dude, what are Lily's little endeavors? What the hell?
That's fair.
I
was writing to Amy, and I was like, we should probably go to the sewers and check on the Bat Dude and Rat Folk, because they might actually know an entrance or some shit.
Yeah, and then when you're searching, it's like rats and a big bat, and I just look at Kyle like.
Well, they might be getting affected by it.
Yeah, I love Lily's little escapades where it's like, that'll be handy in 3 sessions.
Yeah,
I know, it's like you went to the library, it's like that's handy. You went to the sundial, that's handy. Now
Just
you're
getting creative with it.
Yeah.
It's good.
you're low-key our like
somewhere.
scouter. You just like scout everything
And
out.
I'm looking for Vorby, like, I heard about this, and this, and this, and this. And he's like, what?
And
It's been
Morg's
20 minutes.
Morg's like, I got jumped by 2 people.
They'll be like, you're not at the House of Gold yet? We're like, no, weirdly enough.
I come back, yo, we're getting Legionnaires, and I got 100 platinum.
You're like at the door, like,
Yeah.
cool.
No, I haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just got fucking caught out, and then finally I can continue. And hello, sir.
There's so much going on that's hurting my brain.
Yeah.
As soon as you get to the house, I go, what now? Another person
Dude,
approaches you.
it's just someone like you feel tugging, and you're like, what? And it's just a little kid who wants like a Bellwood autograph or something.
The song blades? Oh my god. Man, I
Just
swear.
death stare, dragon eyes.
Do you want?